Web 2.0 Tools for Social Networking. This module will cover how social networking can be used in school as well as outside of school. We'll look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of social networking and some of the tools that people are using to create these social networks. We had to start with the biggest one of them all. This is Facebook, and yes, Facebook may be blocked at your school, but at home, it is the Wild West. There's rarely blocks and filters at home, and so what we have to do is we have to help students of all ages make appropriate choices about what is put online. I'll just let you know that blocking and filtering is one thing, but I can walk into almost any school, anywhere, and ask a student to show me how to get to Facebook, and I've rarely been let down. They can show me exactly how to get there. So we put these blocks and filters, and then we all hide behind them, thinking that we don't have to worry about social networking. Well, we do have to worry about social networking because this is a Facebook nation. And so we can't just ignore it and pretend that there is no such thing as Facebook, because there is. And so Facebook has already hit the 500 million mark, and the largest group of people on Facebook, the fastest growing group on Facebook right now, are people 55 and older, trying to keep up with their kids and their grandkids. They finally gave in and realized that kids don't send emails for old people. So Facebook, I'm not telling you to run out and friend your students. I absolutely do not think that's an appropriate thing to do. But we need to understand this kind of I hate to say addiction, but in some people, yes, it is an addiction. And then you add the Farmville and all these other places. Wow, people are spending a lot of time and money on Facebook. So Facebook, the biggest one of them all, we don't have to use it in the classroom, but we have to begin to understand what it is so we can help students make good choices about what they put online. Now, this one is one I would recommend for a school. Edmodo. Edmodo was created by a couple of tech people, and they wanted to make kind of a safe, gated community that would combine kind of the features of Facebook and Twitter, but make it so a teacher could lock it down so they have just their students in there. Now they've expanded Edmodo, and I had a chance to look around in it. And there's some things in there too, but that you can share files and assignments and discussion kind of things. But what I like about Edmodo is it's free. Of course, we're in education, we love that. It's free, it's quite stable, and the teacher controls the environment. Facebook is not an online teaching platform, unless maybe you teach at higher ed. But Edmodo would be one that you could use in your classroom, and you could chat, you could do your exit slips after an activity, and all do it within this community. So I really like Edmodo. Now Ning went through a transformation in the summer of 2010, and it moved from completely free service to a fee-based model. But good news for education is some sponsors stepped up and are still offering Ning's free to education communities. So you still can get one. You just have to make sure when you register in the Ning process that you make sure you tell them you're a K-12 educator, and you have to make sure I believe you have to use your school-related email so they can track and see that you're with a school or a professional organization. But it's such a nice platform. This is the one that started it all for me. I'm not good at Facebook. I'm great at Twitter, but I'm not good at Facebook. And I could not understand this phenomenon. When you hear about people spending hours and hours on the website, and it's, in the top 5 most popular websites, I just couldn't grasp it until I came to Classroom 2.0. And this is about, this is years ago. But I was really kind of in the founding groups of the people in Classroom 2.0, and that's still available today. Just go to Google and put in Classroom 2.0 Ning, and you'll get right here, and you can become a member also. But what's nice about this is the Ning people gave us the platform. They gave us make it easy to have our members and our groups and our forums, because the owner of the group can just go ahead and set whatever features they want. And then they can change the background, and you can do all that kind of template stuff. But you then can create this community of learners. And so what I like about Classroom 2.0, if you kept drilling down, there's special groups. If you just want to talk about interactive whiteboards, there's groups. You just want to be with the speech and language paths, you can have a group in here. So this Classroom 2.0 helped me to understand how important social networking is to break down the barriers, the walls that we have geographically. And Classroom 2.0 has educators from all over the world and all engaged in having conversations about teaching and learning. So this one is I strongly suggest you check it out. Now, here is another Ning that I think that, yeah, this is a Ning. And Larry, oh, you need to know this guy. Jot his name down. If you know anybody that teaches ELL, actually anybody that teaches. I absolutely believe Larry does not sleep because he's constantly updating his resources. He blogs, and the resources are excellent, especially for ELL, ESL, and EFL. But you notice that kind of the template format is similar. So there, you got Larry's name? All right. All right, here's another one. This was started by a group of like-minded people that were focusing on laptop learning in students. So if you were at all hoping to get to a one-to-one initiative where one computer to every one student, this is a group that you'd want to join. These people are ahead of you. They've already dealt with chargers being left at home, and the 3 million other things can happen. And join the community so you can all learn from each other. That's the power of social networking. The power of social networking is not, I'm taking the dog for a nap and let's do, taking the dog, for a walk, putting the baby down for a nap. That's not the social networking that's really going to change education. But what this is this platform, the Ning platform, lets like-minded individuals come together. All right, LinkedIn, chances are you've had a request for LinkedIn and you're not quite sure what it is. LinkedIn is professional networking, not specific to education. So it's really more business professional networking. But what you do is you create your profile and then you put in, let's say you went to this university or you did, your first job was here and now you're here. It's a great way to keep track of colleagues. I was introduced to this by a friend of mine that is in logistics, and she's worked in a whole bunch of different companies, but she's using LinkedIn to kind of keep track of all her coworkers. She recently went to a new startup company, and she said her LinkedIn network really helped her to connect with people from her past, and then she was able to kind of cherry pick and get a great team together for this new adventure she's going into. So LinkedIn is really about building relationships. If I had a son or daughter that was looking for a job, I would become a master at LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn, I'm showing you a picture. LinkedIn has apps for your smartphone, as well as you can be online and you can update your profile from wherever. But look at that, 75 million professionals, and this might be a little bit dated screenshot. So get in there and start social networking. Okay, now different activities are going on in LinkedIn. This one, my friend Christina, can you endorse me? And by being endorsed, you kind of finish. Oh, I don't know how to click. I don't know. It moves you up on your profile. You kind of set up your profile. So, and then also on the right, people you may know, they look at your profile, they match up other people's profile, and it's been very interesting that I have found a number of people that, oh my gosh, I forgot about that person, and then make that connection. Those are just a few. Believe me, we could do full days on social networking. But the important part for us in education is to begin to understand the power of social networking. Yes, middle school girls and boys will make bad choices online. But what we have to do is not completely block out social networking from the world, because this is the world we live in. We have to begin to understand it. So thank you for joining me.